Hey, this is Chad with RYFSA Player Development. We're working on that second session of practice. Kind of want to spice things up, but we really want to work on the form. One I like to do is getting the ladies on a bucket. So maybe two buckets next to each other. They're in line coming up. So first lady comes up, kind of sits towards the front of the bucket in a good stance like so. And all you're going to work on doing is you're trying to keep these hands and these elbows inside your knees so that we can feel the ball on our front shoe. So we'll have a coach roll it here next time. You're gonna bring it up, right to your elbow, right to big L, point and pull, throw. Next one, again, now instead of trying to cross over, we can teach them good mechanics by keeping them here and then flipping the glove over. We can pick that up right to the ear and go. So it look like this, elbows inside, glove out in front, trap it, bring it big L. Boom, you can have a coach do it. So coach is gonna go to your front shoe, bring it to your ear, kind of turn the hips. Boom, good throw. Next one's to your back shoe. They're gonna bring it right to their ear, kind of turn their hips a little bit, go to big L, wham, try that one. One drill that I like to do, especially with the 8s and 6s, is develop those catchers. We need a lot of catchers if we're gonna have that pitching going on. So I like to complement the infield bucket drill with our catcher bucket drill. So very simple, keep it non-threatening, but we're trying to develop how the actual catcher works. So we know that you're gonna be back this far, so indicate that you'll be behind, about 6 feet behind the plate, in what I call the duck position, toes facing out, nice and easy, right? So go ahead, put their helmet on, with basically a helmet with a gauge, and they're gonna sit again at the front of it with their feet facing out. I like to start it nice and easy, keep the elbows inside. Talk to them about the plate, kind of where the batter's box is. I put a T just to kind of give a reference point, too low, too high. So when they're working on it, all you're gonna work on doing is you're gonna toss them a ball. I would start with the inside. So when they're throwing to the shoe, you're gonna put the target inside the elbow. So I say inside the elbow. If I want outside, I'm just outside of this elbow right here. So elbows are inside, you toss the ball to the inside, they'll catch it, bring it to their shoulder, and what I like to do is just put a net or a coach right there so they can turn their shoulders, go to big L, and give it a good throw. Next one again, now you can incorporate the toss. Front, bring it to the ear, nice and easy, good throw. And then one to the backside, you're gonna catch it out in front, bring it to the ear, nice and easy. Try that one. Looking at that first base, just some concepts that you can do for practice that you can incorporate into games. I know at the 8 and 10U, it's a little tricky with who can catch and kind of positioning. Most 8U and 10U are probably gonna start up in here and work their way back to first. I like for this drill to start everybody in a line at the dot, and all we're gonna work on doing is trying to get to the front of that stick. Positioning wise, I don't want them running into it. This is gonna be probably moving on towards the 10s. You wanna be in front so you don't interfere with the runner. So if you train them to go right to the bag and there's a collision, you might have a problem. So what I normally like to do is I'll start with a foot forward, and as soon as the ball is rolled to another coach who's standing kind of on second base, kind of shortstop, that's where all the plays are gonna be. You're gonna just go ahead and tell them to go. They'll run to the front of the stick and kind of set up in this position. They can move back a little bit however they feel, but for the drill, get them to in front. They're just gonna wait for the throw. As soon as they see that the throw is coming at them, they can just right step back, left foot forward, and then they're gonna be able to catch it. And then what I would automatically do is have them come off the base and look home. So I train them that if there's a runner on second or a runner on third, that as soon as I come off the base, I could throw it home. So technically you could have them throw it home if you want to go ahead and try that. But again, review on that drill, left foot forward, we're gonna race to that spot. You know, first one to get there in 2 seconds, the other coach has to do push-ups. So run to the spot, get to the front of the base, hop to the front. When the ball's being thrown, they can step back with their right, catch with their left, just nice and easy. Now, 2 hands on it, great. But lead foot tied to the elbow, catch out in front so they can protect their face, come off the base so the runner doesn't step on them, big L, and nice throw home. Go ahead and try that one. Okay, we're building off that first base, kind of developing the 8s and 10Us of kind of how to move around that base. It can be a little bit different, and the throws are all over the place usually. So the reason why I like that setup in front of the plate is gonna be for throws that maybe aren't there. So when there's throws that are not there, I tell them to bail or leave or go get it. Don't worry about the out. If it's not right there, move. Here's what I mean. So you'll start here, you'll yell go. They'll roll a ball to the coach. They'll set up in front. Now, if they're set up in front and the ball starts to throw to this side, they can go get it, tag her, or turn around, run, and get the out. The second one could also be as if the ball's too low or it's being rolled at you. So I'm here, I'm set up, that ball's low, I can come up, field it, turn around, step on the out, get away, and get a good throw. If you set up like this, if they're set up like this, and their foot's already on the base, it's kind of hard to do this because then they drag, they go up the line, they drag, and now they try to go for it. I just say skip that. If I'm set up in this position, I can still do this and get it, or I can do this in this stance. If he throws it over here, I can go get it. Tag her with two hands or step on it. That's kind of the rationale behind that one. Try that drill. We are looking at our second or third session of working on hitting. You've been working on the tee, trying to hit the ball back into the net. Now we're going to give them an idea of kind of what it looks like with a live ball coming at them and incorporating at least a swing and then a group of players down by first base working on their first base form. So what I like to do, simply keep 2 or 3 ladies back here watching the drill behind a net. All I'm going to do is set up a tee. I have a wiffle ball for right now, or kind of a hard ball that comes with the flat bat. What you're going to do is nice and easy, just set it up, turn the plate so that it's facing first base, and just turn the plate a little bit. They can just go ahead and put their hinge on there and bring it to their ear. I'm using the flat bat because I want to pound it. I want to get this hand to my front hip and finish through, and then they're going to run that way. So hinge, put it on the elbow right here. You'll have maybe a person in front fake a swing. All they're going to do is take the swing, try to hit it down the first base line so that the first baseman, or whoever, you put a second baseman in there as well, they're just going to field it and sprint and touch the base. The second component to that hit and field drill would be they're hitting the ball with the kind of Nerf. You can incorporate the hard ball at 10U. They should be able to handle it because they'll have their mask on. What I like to do is put a second baseman over there, nice and easy, maybe someone right in through here. If it does go that way, now they got 2 options. They can field the ball and touch first, or if they see a ball go to second, they can get their footwork. Batter hit the ball, you're gonna have them rush up on it. They're gonna try to field it, nice and easy, step on one, and then come off the base, and nice and easy, they can throw it back into the net or back into the coach that's standing on the backside. If you would get it where that you're in this position, and all of a sudden there's a ball hit to the second baseman, I recognize it's hit over to the second baseman, I go to first, I set up facing the throw, and then I'll just be right, left, and catch it, come off the base, nice and easy, go ahead and throw it back. So that's a great way to incorporate live here, live there, and everybody's moving. In reviewing this combination drill with hitting, make sure that they have their mask on at first, they have a helmet on here. You draw a line just to kind of keep the drill moving, so as they come out from behind here, they can have their bat, or we could just keep this bat out here. Just good grip, tight, good stance, about the length of the bat. We turn this plate a little bit. I threw a fake down. The key is to keep the tee down a little bit lower so that it's drilled down so that they can get a look at a ground ball. Build that confidence up, and then we can look at hitting it anywhere we want. But good grip, ball close to the face, good hinge. I like the flat back because I can just get it straight. They can see that. So it's just a little rhythm, down to the ground. Then I like to have them run on top of it. So take 4 aggressive steps, right foot forward, and sprint as hard as they can. They can peel off, but we want to give the first baseman a chance to attack, break down, and touch, just like in our last drill. Go ahead and try that one. Now you're at practice and you're trying to incorporate the players that have been going to the pitching sessions that we've been offering during the weekday. Or you're at home, or it's in a dome, wherever you're practicing. What I like to do is go ahead, set the net up, give them a target on the other side, so that they can see there's a ball. If you have a line, that's great. And now the rest can be working on outfield. So this station would be here, working close, working on their circle. I have this stick. If you have something that you can bring, is all I do is put them on their right foot forward, grip to hip, right? So we're just gonna work on doing is throwing both hands forward, okay? So the stick stays facing towards the ball, basically the whole entire time. So I got a bucket of balls, the girl steps up, she pushes, she posts, hinges a little bit, and tries to finish straight. Then the next girl comes up, grabs one of the balls, make sure she shows you the right grip. She puts her right foot in there, her back shoe in here, just like we did at our practices. Then she can push both. The stick needs to stay facing towards the ball that's in front of them. Get to their hinge, 1 o'clock with their shoes, and nice and easy, pull through. In review, we're at practice. We have 2 or 3 ladies working on pitching towards the net. Got this side of the field. There could be another team on the other side. You got outfield going on out in the back, or just fly balls. You got 2 players in here making sure that they got the right grip, right? And they're putting the grip on the hip. I like having a line, so draw a line. Put something down so their right foot stays on it, the ball stays on the hip, and all you're gonna do is work it on. I moved my glove instead of the stick. I'm gonna push both hands forward, get to my W and my 1 o'clock, nice and easy. And when I get to this brush contact right here, I'm gonna try to bring those shoes together. And we call that close the scissors when you're talking to the coaches. So right in here, grip, hip, post, and then try to whip it right in through there. Good. Try that one.